how you appear every day in your bathroom, attending to your kids in the morning, during school runs, your boss at the office, basically our daily lives. And I want to say, in my own definition, that worship is an act. It's a posture, it's a position, it's an atmosphere to the end that God is glorified and that we enjoy the benefits of that glory that we bring to Him. And I'm going to break it down by saying, how do we worship God? Scripture in Matthew chapter 15, verse 8 to 9 said that we worship with our lips, but our hearts are far from Him. And it's beautiful because maybe we can think about worshiping this morning, and some of us went to Walmart or thought about the food that we left on the gas cooker while the worship was going on. Or some of us actually connected the last song, Let Every Knee Bow Before Elohim. Did that say something to you? Did Elohim mean something as you sang? Did you see yourself bowing before the throne? Like the 24 elders, Revelation chapter 4 verse 10 said the 24 elders bow in worship. It's a posture. And every time I walk with my mind when I think about worship, when I say it's a posture, it is that in everything I do, this is me. In acknowledgement that I remember that I'm nothing without you, Jesus. I like to imagine a lot. And so as we're worshiping, things came to my mind. I thought about Texas and how beautiful Texas is. And I always ask myself, how did the people create this kind of city, this kind of environment? Where did they get that wisdom from? If somebody could be that brilliant to mastermind the architecture of a city like this, how much more brilliant is God? How did I wake up this morning? You see, I have kids and I learn from my kids a lot. I think about my kids. I think about how they started growing in my womb. I couldn't see it. Now, science could show me the scan and define and everything. But when they came out, I would rock them on my chest. But every morning when I wake up and open my eyes, they've grown a little taller, a little bigger. Even if I left my eyes wide open, I couldn't tell how they kept growing. You'll just notice that they've grown. There's got to be a crazy mystery around that. Now, so how do you wrap yourself around that mysterious being that makes things like that happen, and you don't understand worship? That it is not the song, it is not the dance. It is an understanding, a mindset that there's some huge being that is so big, that deserves that honor, that keeps us going. In Him we live, we move, and have our being. Is my essence. A posture. And we talk about it as a position. And I think about Job all the time. I think about Job. What is my position when life is good? I think about Jeremiah. All he did was to serve God, speak according to the words that God gave to him. But he was put in chains, in bonds, and he still continued faithfully. Job said, though he slay me, yet will I trust him. What is my position daily when life throws those ugly darts at me? How do I respond? Because that response is worship. It is choosing God when life makes sense. It is choosing God when life does not make sense. That every time they think about you, wherever they find you, you're on the Lord's side. That's the worship that God recognizes. It says that those that worship must worship in spirit and in truth. It comes first from the inside. And the truth is the acknowledgement that there is no other God. It is Jesus, it is you, God, and nothing else. That's the worship. I'm going beyond myself. And if you missed Bible study, sorry, because I'm jumping points because we talked about them during Bible study. So I've talked about worship as a posture, worship as a position. And we looked at Romans 12:1, that we take our everyday life, our ordinary life, our sleeping, eating, going to work, walking around life, and place it before God as an offering. Worship as an act. Hebrews 13 verse 15 to 16 says, Amplified Version, Amplified Classic. Through him, therefore, let us constantly at all times offer up to God a sacrifice of praise, which is the fruit of our lips, that thankfully acknowledge and confess and glorify his name. Do not forget or neglect to do kindness and good, to be generous and distribute and contribute to the needy. of the church as an embodiment and proof of fellowship. For such sacrifices are pleasing to God. Worship is an act. Abraham sacrificed. He was asked to sacrifice his only son, his beloved son. That's an act. Your offering, your giving, your love for your neighbor, your care, your affection. When somebody is missing in church, your ability to call and check on that person, that's an act. You arrange the chairs, but with a heart posture that recognizes that, God, I'm doing this because I love you. Because I understand that without you, my life is nothing. I know who you are, and you deserve so much more from me. Worship as an atmosphere. We talked about atmosphere during Bible study this morning, and without even explaining atmosphere, we felt that atmosphere this morning. It's a presence. You can't explain it, but you know that there is a supernatural around me. There's something different. It brings joy. You would know that there's something happening. Anyone who walked in here heavy would know that those burdens lifted somehow during worship today. It's an atmosphere that you create. You can't go to the club and come back and come and do atmosphere of God. There are two different atmospheres. You know the lustful atmosphere that goes on there just by being there. There's certain things you want to do that as a Christian you naturally won't do, but you walked into an atmosphere. Worship is an atmosphere, a presence that we carry. Scripture says that Saul had a demonic being tormenting him. David came and played the instrument. What do you think was fighting against each other? It's the atmosphere. One carried the atmosphere of darkness. One carried the atmosphere of light. There's difference between one who is called out, chosen and anointed by God, and one that is demon-possessed. You can tell the difference. And in summary, I want to say that worship is absolute submission and surrender. And there is no better person that explains it to me like Ruth. It's a posture that says that, God, this is me. See me, just as I am. I have come. Your God will be my God. Your people will be my people. Where you go, I will go. It says, God, it is you or nothing else. Constantly, daily, at all times, when I breathe, when I'm sleeping, when I'm singing, when I'm eating, at every point in time where I find myself, I choose you. I'm open to your will at all times, at all costs. Worship is submission. It is surrender to the perfect will and agenda of God. And finally, as I slept and I woke up this morning, there was a song that was playing in background, and it felt like a revelation to me by Josie Yukon that says that when I see my lover, I would dance for you. I don't know if we have the lyrics. I just forget. It flashed in my head. But it was saying that deep will call unto deep inside of me. Yahweh, this is what I'll do. When I see you face to face, and I better start it now. And it made me think, what am I going to do when I see Jesus? How is he going to be? How am I going to display before him? What version do I want to present before him? Because that's the version I got to live with every day, because I don't know when I'm going to see him at the end of the day. So I better start acting it, living it, moving it, doing it, dancing it, walking it, singing it. So that when I see him, I'm not faking it. This is the real version he's always going to get. Thank you so much, sir. I appreciate you.